So we're currently witnessing a pre-FOMC pump in the market. Now, what I'm going to do for you is give you exact short levels that you can look forward to leading into this FOMC, as well as some potential pullback long zones that you can get long on, guys. This is going to be a massive show. We're going to prep for this volatility. Let's go. Remember, guys, as always, hit that like, hit the bell, and hit the subscribe. Let me know, did that pump take you by surprise? I know some of the chart hackers were decently positioned for some of those pumps, but now it's all about, are we going to catch these shorts? Because at some point, they are going to reverse us. I wonder what that was. Okay, we got the muscles in the house. He's here. He's licking his lips. He's bringing us shorts. I'm pretty confident he's bringing us some shorts today. Can't wait. And guess what's happened here? Somebody is wearing his favorite color shirt. And just show
I'm ready for the FOMC dump tomorrow.
Okay, so guys, we're prepping for the FOMC dump. We understand there's volatility. Right now, it could have been dumping. Now it's pumping. So now we got to prep accordingly. Okay, if you believe that they're going to just continue this pump straight through the FOMC, then yeah, maybe we're going to cook. If you don't, if you're a little bit suspicious about what's going on, you better be paying attention, because I'm going to give you some TP zones for longs that you're in, some short zones, and some plans that you guys can work with. Okay, and Asia is about to go underground based on this mega quake. Was there a mega quake? Or was this a bullish pump in the market? Okay. Okay, so anyway, banter bubbles, nothing much to report. I'm talking about render today because I dropped in the chart hackers Discord earlier. There's double or triple or quadruple daily divergence on render. Obviously, we've got positive NVIDIA news, so that thing is obviously looking pretty good now. Render's looking nice. We can see strength in 𝗬𝗧𝗧 as well, doing a couple of things. So guys, we got so much to cover here today. Let's start with BTC, lower time frame. I mean, this is insanity. I mean, you know, we were expecting a little bit of a move. I was saying to the chart hackers this morning, 1 hour turning bullish, 2 hour looking a little bit so-so, and the 1 hour time frames are now delivering with interest for us. So what does this mean for us? Now, right now we're pushing into an FOMC tomorrow. Is the market pre-pricing in a whole ton of news? Are they expecting some dovish comments? What you're seeing now is the market pricing this type of stuff, in my opinion. Obviously, I could be totally wrong, but looking at what we can see in front of us at the moment in terms of rejection zones, we've already blown through one of my favorite combinations, the 786 and undercarriage. We have popped through this area, so we might come back and visit this area, but 92.8, that is now gone. In terms of a next possible short zone, 94K, this was a big one for me. Then we've got a big rejection zone here. This is our VWAP on the Binance chart. Binance 95,600. Look out for a possible rejection there, 95,600. And then I've got a big one higher up for you guys, 97,220. Okay, so these are the big zones that I have got my eyes on the 2 hour time frame. I'm expecting one of these to give you the rejection. Now, if we do get a rejection, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean they're going to reverse this thing and print new lows and all these types of things. But at some point, the market will cool off. We will get some consolidation, which I expect leading into this FOMC tomorrow. And once we do, we can start plotting bull zones with our VWAPs and our fibs, and we can start planning where we can potentially get long again after this pump. Now, remember, if you're jumping into green candles now, you are at risk of buying into resistance. You are at risk of obviously being part of that consolidation rejection in the market. So just be super careful there. If you aren't already positioned, now is not really the time to start aping into monster green candles. Okay, so rejection zones, you've got it, guys. I'm watching all of these. These are all typical short zones that we can pay attention to when we pump into these areas. So I'm glad Jay is here. We've got Jay ready to go. When he sees a short getting activated for us, we can obviously have a crack at one of those zones. I can see Sol pushing into a danger zone. I haven't looked in 10 minutes and might be through. I know ETH is in danger as well. There's a lot of interesting setups building here for us, and I'm glad we got the muscles. He's going to take a look. So Jay, jump in if you spot a short. I'm going to crack on with some of the news there, and Jay is going to keep us posted. Okay, we can see a little rejection here for BTC at the moment, but we'll keep track. And guys, just remember, just a note for your support at the moment, all you need to do is track your bull zone right now. Bullish support 91,400 down to 90,700. That is your bull support, 91,400 to 90,700. Now all these charts go into the chart hackers Discord for you guys directly after the show. VWAP rejection zone looks good. Yes, it does. It looks like a nice powerful area. Okay, let's get into Let's get into some of the news here. Let's see what is cracking now at the moment. Lickies, it was $160 million probably 25 minutes ago. It's now 360. Okay, all the bears, the pre-FOMC bears, they've just been taken out. Siege, I've got 𝗬𝗧𝗧𝗏. Those bears have been taken out. Now, portfolio trying to reach all-time high. Is this the moment? Are we going to get the final push of this portfolio into our all-time highs? Now, maybe we are going to get helped by a little bit of this bullish news. You can see here, Walter Bloomberg says the Fed may cut rates and boost bill purchases. Now, these reserve management purchases aren't QE. They aim to keep money markets functioning, not stimulus lending. James, is the market pumping on this, or is it pumping on a combination of this at the moment? What is that?
I think it's a combination because it is this. The other thing is, though, I mean, I read an article this morning that gave a brief summary from every bank, all the big banks. And the banks are all saying that they're expecting a hawkish cut tomorrow. He will cut, but he's going to be hawkish because we have a massive data dump in January. All of October, all of November, everything's coming in January. So, of course, he's going to have to wait on the data. He's not going to commit to a thing. And they're expecting him to be quite hawkish. So that doesn't make sense for this. We also just had the JOLTS numbers out. They were really high, higher than expected. And so that means that he shouldn't be in a rush to cut rates. And here we are flying. Now, this may be it, though.
Trump expresses he may consider reducing tariffs on some goods. I mean, really, we pumping? That's a short for me on most days of the week. Okay, there's no clarity here. So we actually can't tell you exactly what has caused this pump, other than possibly a monster squeeze. There's your JOLTS openings as well. So that is effectively a little bit bearish. I mean, it should be considered a little bit bearish. So yeah, guys, overall, there's a hell of a mixed bag. And again, like, do you trust the pump? Do you believe that this is now the end? I mean, are we going to the moon and whatever? Let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing something here at the moment. Muscles up some meaty charts for us. Yeah, he's going to work on those for you now. I'm sure he's crafting them. Now, here's the big news that's probably helping render. It's probably helping 𝗬𝗏 as well. President Trump says US will receive 25% of revenue generated by H200 chips. Now, he's had a call with Xi Jinping. I love saying that. And they have a deal now, and China are allowed to buy the chips. Yes, sir.
But I just saw Mario Nawfal came out and said China said no, thank you. They don't want the inferior chips and they want nothing to do with this. So I was like, oh, that's huge news. NVIDIA should be rocketing. And Jim Cramer came out this morning and said, buy NVIDIA, do not sell. I went, uh-oh. China apparently doesn't want the chips, so I'm confused.
Okay, well, we know they flip-flop all day long. Okay, so anyway, NVIDIA looks okay today. It's not exploding, but it looks okay. Under the 50-day, under the VWAP, it is a little bit bearish at the moment, but maybe Jensen's big wang can come and save us. Okay, you never know if that. Why are you laughing? What are you laughing at, sir? Why is he laughing at me? So NVIDIA, I'd like to see it break the 50-day MA 187. We must clear that 50-day MA first, then we can have the bullish discussion. Okay, so let's get over there. Netflix, guys, I'm going long here on Netflix. I've got 93.94. I've got an order waiting. That deal with Warner Brothers looks like it's over. It's fallen through. The market is selling Netflix off. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. I don't know. What the chart is giving me, VWAPs from the lows, 786, decent horizontals, and a damn close reversal on the daily. Okay, so I've got an order waiting here for Netflix. It hasn't changed since yesterday. I'm waiting for it to get picked up. 93. Look at MicroStrategy, absolutely exploding. Do I get to finally pat myself on the back, James? I mean, how do I do this? I've been in this thing crying for like a month. This is a momentous occasion. I need a tissue. Okay, MicroStrategy absolutely flying, Circle absolutely flying, and my gold short while doing what it's doing. But Netflix at the moment, guys, I got an order at 93. We are waiting for this one to hit. And no, bro, Trobius, he subscribed to Netflix last night to watch Diddy. That was a watch. Okay, I'm on episode 3 now. Can't wait for number 4 tonight. Gonna get stuck into that. All that baby oil. I mean, that is definitely worth a watch there. Super exciting. Okay, so guys, there you go. That's the play on Netflix. I'm waiting for the long to come. Okay, now, Mr. Crypto, one more note here, says maximum fear according to the chart that he's following here at the moment, and this could be a local bottom, he says. Well, the timing couldn't have been better, and you can see Bitcoin is starting to push super hard. Guys, just remember, don't FOMO here. We're moving into danger zones. We've got short opportunities coming for you. What you're going to see now, ETH, SOL, SUI, SPX. I've even got a short on ENJ for you guys. I've got a host of other alts. We're talking hyperliquid. Can we still be long on hype with all the liquidations lower down? We're going to cover that for you guys. Jay is bringing us a couple of setups as well. So you got a lot to look forward to here. Just stick around. It is coming in hot. And buy baby oil stocks. I agree as well. That is a quality statement. Okay, let's talk ENJ. Why are we interested in ENJ? So if I remember correctly, ENJ was one of these old school, I think it was a gaming narrative token, if I'm not mistaken, but it's old school. We're talking like 2017, 2018 stuff. James, it was something along those lines. Anyway, this thing has woken up from the depths of hell. It's moved into the overbought zone here on our 4-hour RSI heat map. And I thought, well, let's see if we can get some kind of short on ENA. Okay, and here, I mean, ENJ. Okay, and ENJ is now moving into our first possible short zone. So let's actually start a little position here on this ENJ. Let me just let's just get this going. Now, this is a macro big zone here. It's the 50-day MA, it's the 382, and it's the VWAP. Okay, this is a monster area here for us. My God, I've opened the Sol short. Oh, no, it's okay. We're okay. We started a Sol short, guys. We're okay. So far, we're not liquidated. Okay, let's go. Let's do ENJ. Let's take a look at this thing here. Where's our futures? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to start a small short position on this ENJ. You can see there's obviously a ton more upside. I'm doing this one on BitGet over here. And there we go. Okay, you can see I'm running a cross account. Okay, I talk about this max futures order size is exceeded. They're not letting me order too much of this thing here. Let's go a little bit smaller here. Okay, so I'm running a cross account here at the moment on BitGet. If you guys want to play this type of game with me and listen to that cash register, you can obviously do that. Let's see what's doing well. Brett is cooking. SPX from Wen Entry is cooking. Render, I'm going to talk about that one just now. That's cooking. Small Bitcoin scalpy long is cooking. Hyperliquid, I'm really under pressure on hype, guys. We're going to debate this one and see if it's worth staying long. There's a bit of bad news. There's a bit of good news on hype coming. 𝗬𝗧𝗏 is moving into my profit zone. Jay is talking about a short on 𝗬𝗏, so I'm probably going to close this tower position here. AVAX short getting rinsed. 𝗬𝗏 short getting rinsed. 𝗬𝗏 long printing, and my pump long is printing for me. Okay, so overall we're going okay, but you can see why I like to I'm liking this short on this ENJ. Okay, so just in terms of closing this ENJ, and guys, just focusing on a couple of exit plans. If you want to play this thing as degen or as safely as possible, exit plan number 1 is close above 385. Exit plan number 2 is going to be close above the VWAP, and I would say that's about 3966. Okay, these are the safest areas that I can give you to exit this thing in case you are wrong. Okay, so 3966 and call it 385. Okay, if you close above those areas, those are your possible exit zones. Now, let's talk about ETH. Tom Lee single-handedly pulling this juggernaut. Okay, and what was that comment there about 𝗬𝗏? 𝗬𝗏 cooking 𝗬𝗏 to 2. Well, guys, wait till we hit XRP to $10. I mean, can't wait for that one. Now let's talk ETH. Oh my God, we're gonna have to pull in the muscles here. There's got to be a couple of shorts cooking here. ETH is shorting TAO is not a good idea. Look, it's the TAO halving. I'm a little bit edgy about that because I've had so much conviction to sit in this TAO halving trade, and now it's finally moving. So yeah, I mean, Carlos Brick, twist my rubber arm, sir, make me keep it. It's not going to be hard to make me hold on to that one. Okay, XRP to $20. Okay, XRP to 10K, close enough. Okay, so ETH, let's talk ETH. 3,260. This is a danger zone. You can see I marked this for you guys the other day, potential short zone. Now, we had a couple of short zones here of interest to me on ETH, and again, at the very least, guys, this is where you are being careful with your longs. This is a macro 618. It's a VWAP as well. It's tons of horizontal. This was a mapped out short zone not too long ago. We are moving into this region now. So if you're ever going to exercise caution, it's going to be at one of these two zones, 3260 and 3450. These are your danger areas for ETH. These are the zones where you could potentially get that consolidation short. So let's say the market rejects and then they start de-risking into FOMC. This could be a proper play for you guys. In terms of the oscillator on the 2 hour, you can see what's going on here. We have now printed a new high on the price, and the oscillator is still not at a new high. So this is definitely something interesting to watch. If we get a hard rejection, you're going to see that we print bearish divergence here on ETH. And the last couple of times we have printed bearish divergence on ETH, you can see there has been a little bit downside in the market after that. Okay, so look out for that. Your danger zones for ETH to the upside, you know what they are now. 3,260, 3,450. And then in terms of bullish support, as things stand now, remember, bullish support is only as good as your last rejection. So you actually have to wait for the rejection to mark out your bull support. So hopefully this is the rejection now. And then I'm going to give you some bullish support that you can play with on ETH. So let's just clean this chart up quickly. Let's give you a nice, neat idea as to where the bull zone is going to be. What you want to do is you want to bang out your VWAP from the lows. And then you want to add your fibs, your 382 and your 0.5. And that is typically going to be your bull zone. And that typically is the one that you want to get some kind of bounce out of if we are going to go along and print some new highs. So what I do like about this breakout that you can see here at the moment is that the 50-week moving average is now still going to be used as our support. So here's our 0.5. Let's lock that one in over there. And now we've got 50-week MA support, 3,100, and we've got 3,150. So first port of call, if we get a rejection now in the market over the next, say, couple of hours, that for me is going to be your first reasonable long zone that you're going to be looking at for ETH. So 3,150 into 3,100 looks like a reasonable long zone here for me on ETH at the moment. Okay, so that is locked in. You've got your resistance zones. You know your rejection areas to the upside. You've got your first line of bull support. So if we get the rejection, look for longs in those areas. Now, guys, remember, those who've been watching this channel long enough understand we don't look too moony. We don't look too beary. What we do is we play what's in front of us. We use our oscillators. We play divergences in good, solid areas. So if we pump into resistance, guys, we look to take profit. We look for head shorts as well in those types of areas. Sometimes we break out, and then we can obviously play those breakouts. Okay. And Patrick Vian says, please look at ADA. I don't even know if that features on the muscles list here at the moment.
Yes, got it. We actually took a long trade on it, but I'm going to give them another entry if we do get a pullback. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Guys, oh my God. The Solana.
Disgusting.
James, can you explain to me what is going on here? I mean, this is like a monster squeeze. Okay, so, well, let's look what's going on. So Sol, just to pick up from earlier or from yesterday, look at this. We've got a 618, okay? It consolidated on a 618. What happened earlier this morning? We saw bullish divergence printing on the 1 hour time frame. On the 2 hour time frame, it was a bit iffy. It was turning down, but I was saying to the hackers Discord, we could expect some kind of short-term bounce, but I wasn't expecting, obviously, a squeeze into Valhalla, but I mean, we can take it. Now, what do we do with this current move? So you can see we're busy blowing through an existing order block. So let's just clean this up here at the moment. What we want to identify here is high probability rejection zones. Okay, so right now you can see Sol has exploded. We're blowing through the order block. The first thing I want you guys to see is the 786 and undercarriage. So this is 143 is going to be zone number 1. Now, I've already started a small Sol short here in case we are going to get a rejection. In terms of the two big zones that make sense to me, it's got to be 143 and it's got to be this 146. These are the two big ones now to the upside that could make a little bit of sense. If you flip this thing over and the market was absolutely capitulating, where would you typically look for a bounce? And if you look at this, you can see that these would be typically reasonable areas where you could expect some kind of reaction if this was going down the other way around. Okay, so we're going to just flip this one back over here, and then you can see my train of thought behind this thing. So obviously, just be super careful. Hopefully, a lot of you guys are sitting in some longs. You are now pushing up. Now, remember, when we get these moves, we get to big resistance zones. We get to take profit, hedge some shorts, add to size on a few, and let them run if we want to. Okay, so 140, 143, 147. These are your two big danger zones for now on Sol. And then I've written here, big danger up here. Okay, this is your next squeeze zone. This is like, if we start exploding now, you're looking at 152.6 into about 155 on Sol. Okay, that is the big explosion. That is what you're going to be looking at there to the upside. Okay, so you've got your danger zones for Sol, and then remember the play. All you need to do, if you want to track your bull zone, you're going to drag it up to wherever it rejects. and then you're going to bang out your 382 and your 0.5, and you're going to bang out your VWAP, and that is going to give you your first bull zone where you can catch some kind of bounce on Sol. Now, obviously, tomorrow, during the course of the day, when everything has calmed down a little bit, we will map out these zones properly because we'll know exactly where Sol has eventually rejected. Right now, we can only make an assumption that it's going to reject at one of these levels. But for now, 137 to 135, this is your current bull zone that you are watching, 137 to 135. Okay, all intake screenshots, late TP, round trip. Guys, yes, let's try, all of us, okay? Instead of taking screenshots, let's take some profits. Let's try that. Let's try that for a change, okay? It could be a fun thing to do. Actually, take some profits and buy the wife something. Jay, are you going to take screenshots or profits, bro? What are you going for?
I'm actually going to be closing 3 of my trades now. It will be Ethereum, Solana, and ADA.
Okay, well, let's get Jay to give us something here. I just want to touch on 𝗏, and I'm glad Jay's got 𝗏 because I mean, Brett is absolutely exploding. What is going on here? Okay, let's get Jay to touch on 𝗏. The reason being, I've been in this pretty high conviction 𝗏 long situation for, it's what feels like an eternity here at the moment, and it is finally starting to print. I'm $32,000 long on this thing, and my question for Jay is, am I holding this thing for more? Or am I jumping out of this position? Okay, so let's hand it to Jay, and let's see what he's got for us here. Maybe he can put us into something. Now, obviously, my only concern is this possible halving pump. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you 2 scenarios, and then I'm going to give you a bunch of arousal words for you. So just make sure that you're ready for all these words that I've got for you. So in terms of BTC coming towards that 94K, that will be the previous week high. If we do start to see like a wick up and then they close back under that level, then I'm going to be really keen on taking a small little scalp short here on 𝗏𝗏. We do see that our 4-hour has started to get bearish divergence. So I'm looking for that shitting the ceiling situation here on the RSI. So, that one more final push. We did see a bit of a red candle now. And this is where I would suppose a lot of retail traders will jump in. And that's where I just see that last little push up, to smash those early shorters. So what we have here on 𝗏 is the 618 on the smaller time, on the local time zone, but we also have the previous week high. And that previous week high lines up with the macro 382. So if we do get a small push into the zone here, guys, we'll be around 317. Then we can take a short and trade it back into the range. You can see that we have a nice 4-hour trend break over here. So it is starting to look bullish. So I do understand why you would want to keep this trade open. But the words that I have for you next is macro 618, 200-day SMA, 50-day SMA, undercarriage, right? All divinely meeting at one. Guys, this trade here, all of these lines here, there are so many VWAPs here. You could open up a VWAP shop. I mean, this is from every pivot high of 𝗏𝗏, guys. This is from the all-time high of every high. There is a VWAP, and it is all lining up in this one exact zone. Guys, this is also the current year mid. So this means that price created a high, price created the low, and now it's coming back into that 50% zone. This is a perfect market structure shift. So if that is the retest for 𝗏𝗏, it's time to go to sleep. Right, guys, so the big entry on 𝗏 is 350, a nice round number. And then you can start to lay into that trade, guys. That will be the 50-day SMA. We also have a death cross with the 200 and the 50. And we know how price loves to go back into that, calling it the kiss of death. And then we'll be looking for the big short from there. So if we do get stopped out on the smaller time frame short, then we can definitely add for the bigger time frame. I've also given this for the Bitfunder, guys, because it's such a good R2R trade as well.
Yeah. Matt says, is this the final squeeze before we go to 49K? Now, yeah, I mean, guys, like you know the drill, okay? We playing these big zones in front of us, and we just play these big zones consistently. When I see my big zones, that is where I react. This is where we do our thing. And the important thing, you heard Jay talk about 2 types of trades there. You get these early shorts and you get the early longs. You get the late longers that are actually better off. And the reason that happens is because you get that divergence print. And when you get that divergence, you actually print a new high. So those are the slightly harder shorts to take. They're the harder longs to take as well, and you have to be super patient. So yeah, I mean, I'm hitting some zones here. I'm finding it very hard not to max short Brett where it is right now. I'm going to talk to you guys about this. We're going to cover these things. It's very important that you guys see some of these things. So here is Brett, and like I didn't prep the chart for the show today. I was just jumping through a couple of things, and you can see Brett is moving into, again, a macro 382, a 50-day MA. This is like a monster zone. Look how overcooked this 1 hour is here at the moment. Okay, so that is now a rejection zone for me on Brett as well. If you are super long on Brett, for example, like I am, let me actually close this. Okay, instead of taking screenshots, we're actually going to take some profits here. Let's go. Where's Brett? There it is. Okay, $3,900. Okay, I mean, it wasn't that about an hour ago, so thank you so much. Okay, there we go. We closed at resistance. Okay, there you go. So now we can bank that stuff. And I see the real Lichen Muller. Okay, Google really playing with the names here, aren't they? But this SPX was an absolute banger. Now, guys, there's a couple of things we need to do. I'm covering still for you. Virtual, SPX, Ondo. If there's time, we've got Render, we've got XRP for you guys. I know that's going to make James super happy that I'm possibly getting rinsed out of my XRP short at the moment. But very importantly, you guys, I spoke to you about the scalping Zoom that we are doing. That is happening after the show. It's a live Zoom with me and DJ and Dave, and he's sharing his scalping techniques, tips, and tricks that he has used to win 4 out of 5 banter royales. Now, that is happening directly after the show. And all you need to do is just go into the show link, and you're going to click on the 2-bit Zoom, and you're going to join the Zoom session with us. Okay, so there it is. Go claim your spot. It's happening literally in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Guys, it's around the corner. Me and Dave, we're going to do some live scalping. You're going to be on 2-bit, and you're going to trade with us. Okay, you're going to put $100 in your 2-bit account. You can see I've loaded, and we are going to take a couple of scalp trades based on what me and Dave are going to be covering, and more specifically Dave, because he won 4 out of 5 of these banter royales. Okay, so just jump into the show description over here, click on more, and you're going to see everything that I speak about on the show is sitting here for you guys. Look at the top there, exclusive workshop, how to print with scalping. Okay, come and join us. It's happening directly after this. Okay, just get some money into a 2-bit account, and you can come and play. Oh my God. And you can come and play the game with us. Everything I open is exploding. Why is Jay hiding? Hang here.
I'm taking profits. I'm hiding away, taking profits.
Bro, take profits. That's all I can say. Guys, take profits. Okay, so Tao, thanks for covering that one. Jay, you can see some rejection zones there for me, looking like trouble. Now, let's talk about Render. We haven't spoken about this thing in a very, very long time. And I updated every Monday. I update my higher time frame charts in the Chart Hackers Discord. There it is, crypto long term. You're going to click on that. You're going to see all the higher time frame charts. And what I picked up today was something interesting on Render. Look at this major divergence prints. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish divergence prints on Render on the daily. Maybe it's got something to do with the Nvidia news and that type of thing at the moment in the market, or maybe it is literally time for Render just to wake up and explode. So that is why you can see I'm flirting around in a Render position at the moment. This is looking higher time frame, pretty decent. Okay, looking pretty nice. And even Mia says Render is looking pretty good to her. Now look at this. Oh my word. Okay, so we are cooking here at the moment. We've already blown through our local 786. Look at that. We're popping through that area. Now we're moving into our next major rejection zone. So you can see this order block over here for you guys, and that is going to be a trouble zone for me, 1.8 on Render. So what I'm looking at now at the moment is I'm actually going to take some profits on the long that I'm in. It was just a little scalp, and ideally what we want to do is then try and get some kind of consolidation at some point. Let me show you what that kind of looks like. Hopefully it's going to be something like this, and then you can consolidate, and then by tomorrow or the next day we get some kind of flag, and then we blow out of this thing. Okay, so that is kind of what we want to see happening in the market, but we can't tell exactly where our support is going to be until we get that rejection. So right now I can assume 1.8 is going to be a rejection zone on Render, so you might see just a pop through there and then that reversal. Once we get that reversal, guys, we're going to bang out our bull zones 382.5 and VWAPs. And what was that comment? What was he saying? Fucking hell, it is not stopping at the moment. It doesn't feel like anything is stopping, but what happens is all of a sudden it does, and then there's a rejection. Okay, so just be careful out there, guys. You can see 1.8 for render. Then we're going to lock it in. We're going to look for some supports that we can use, and we can deal with it on the show again tomorrow. And I'll do an update on render in the Chart Hackers Discord for you guys. But as things stand at the moment, what I can give you is reasonable long support for render 1.65. Watch that area. 1.65 makes the most sense to me. Mike Bennett, 98 to 108. Jay, what do you guess? 98 to 108 it rejects out of his options.
98.
I say 98. I agree. Okay, guys, let's talk about... Yeah, that's a little bit far for today. Okay, but guys, let's talk hyperliquid here. So hype price just hit its lowest level since May 21. The most fragile hype long on hyperliquid is 11 million position that gets lickies at 25.4. Now, he's given us a list of all these longs that are under pressure on hyperliquid. So this isn't good news for us. Okay, so we've got a 55 million liquidation long at 21.75 on hype. Is there a possibility that they're trying to drop the price to liquidate these guys? Is it possible? Maybe it is. Okay, so that is kind of the bearish action that we are seeing on hype. And obviously, there's a lot of noise about this lighter exchange. There's a lot of noise about Asta, the other dexes. So maybe some of the farming and some of the aggressive trading is moving onto lighter and some of these other exchanges. So hyperliquid naturally taking a little bit of pressure, but I'm remaining long in hype. Now, I have had to take a loss on half of my position, but I'm keeping my other one open because I cannot sit here and look at two double bullish divergence prints with a blue reversal dot and two green reversal prints on the 2 hour on hype and tell you I'm not trying to be long. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you got to be long on hype. I have to be long on hype. This is like everything that makes me moist in the mornings is here in front of me. But you can see this thing just looks amazing. So I'm trying to hold on to this thing. Obviously, if I start losing these lows, 27.3, I'm going to have to start cutting the position. Okay, it hasn't gone according to plan. I've unfortunately had to take a loss on half of this position already. So hopefully now if I get to 30.8, it is going to start making up for me. So 30.8, this is going to be my first danger zone. Okay, 30.8 for hype traders. Then we've got 32.8. And one of these should be some kind of rejection zone that you just want to be careful in for now. But you can see this 2 hour chart. It looks bullish as hell. Yeah, do with this information what you will. I'm remaining in mine, even though I am underwater. Okay, so 27.2. If we close under there, we obviously are in a little bit of trouble. Now, let's talk about Wen Entry, and this is a very important channel in the Chart Hackers Discord. Now, Wen Entry happens pretty much every day after every show. I drop a high conviction setup that sometimes looks unbelievable. It sometimes looks like it's never going to get there, okay? And yesterday's Wen Entry was SPX, okay? And why did I drop this? I dropped this SPX yesterday in the Chart Hackers Discord because that 1 hour oscillator was reversing, and I had a beautiful 786 in trend waiting for me with confluence at around about that, what was it? Around about the 6.3 region, 6.2, what do we got? 6.22, 6.3 region here for SPX. Okay, so it made a lot of sense to me that we were going to get a slight sell-off today, leading into a little bit of action later. Okay, so you get an entry, you get a stop loss, you get TPs and all these things from me. And look at this. Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
I'm actually going to close this long. I mean, this is actually crazy. Okay, so let's close this one. Yeah. There it is over there. Okay, so that's a nice little Wen Entry there. We can get the wife a little handbag. I'm sure she'll be satisfied with that. Okay, so guys, in terms of SPX, this Wen Entry is now done. Look at this entry. They just, like, it wasn't beautiful because they didn't hit the bottom of the box, but what did they give us? They gave us 6251. They gave us. Okay, they didn't give us the full clip there into that 786, but we'll take it. So guys, we are now out of this thing. You can see SPX, we are moving into the 50-day MA. This is a danger zone. Okay, so look out here. You can see why I'm exiting. Can this go higher? Yes, of course it can. Have we hit 3 TPs plus more? Yes. Okay, so take some profits on this thing. Maybe it is time to get out. Okay, now remember, there will always be a new Wen Entry. I'll look for one today. We'll put one together. It's probably going to be a short. And yeah, guys, try and trade them consistently. The hit rate is something like 70 to 80% at the moment with a hit rate on these things. So trade them consistently. They're in the channel, in the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 setups for yourselves. Okay, let's get the muscles back here. Don't run away, sir. Okay, we've got a little bit more time here. Let's talk about the �ฬ𝗏𝗃 trading competition that kicks off now. Okay, it's actually just started. So the �ฬ𝗏𝗃 trading competition, guys, if you're in the 𝗏𝗏𝗃 Discord or if you watch the show, all you need to do is be trading on either a �ฬ𝗏𝗃 link from the show description or the �ฬ𝗏𝗃 link in the 𝗏𝗏𝗃's Discord, and you are going to be in this competition. Go there, click register, and there's nice prizes here. I've got a great thing for you guys. We got $2,000 getting shared for the top 5 traders. It's only for my community, okay? And we're also going to throw in a couple of other prizes like some Bitfunders for the winners. We're also going to throw in maybe a month or 2 membership and stuff like that for the 𝗏𝗏𝗃's Discord. So make sure you are participating in the �ฬ𝗏𝗃 competition. It is now live, okay? The traders, the team traders, they're all going to be involved in that thing, and we are going to arm wrestle you guys to the very end, okay? We're going to make sure that we come in hot at the end there for you guys. Okay, so 21 days to go, guys. Let's take advantage. It is now live. Okay, you can start trading with this thing right now. Now, let's talk XRP. I'm totally getting rinsed on my short unless I had a stop loss. Let's see. James is going to be loving this unless James is short. Yeah, I must have had a stop. Okay, no, don't you worry. I'm getting rinsed. Okay, I'm getting rinsed. Oh, it's closed half. Okay, it's closed half of my XRP short, and I'm 700 down at the moment. James is loving this. Look at this. He's like loving this. I will not give up. Okay, so let's see if we can get. Oh my God, this thing's looking bullish. Okay, what's going on now? 786 rejection for XRP. Okay, this is a typical rejection zone here for me. So let's just click on this thing, and okay, we'll go add. Okay. So we add our typical rejection zone here. I'm just going to add a sprinkle here. If we start absolutely squeezing, guys, then I'm going to start trimming this thing. If it gets absolutely way more aggressive, we're obviously going to start cutting this out. Who says cooking with gas? Guys, this is going to be liquidations at its finest. I mean, jeez. when these grannies and grandpas come and they start buying XRP, whenever there's a whiff, I mean,
cycle high.
I mean, okay, so guys, I just want to show you, okay, if it doesn't reject here, okay, if you want to do dumb shit, short it here with me, okay, because this is the next possible rejection zone. But if it squeezes, okay, what do I know? Okay, I know that this 2 hour is getting super cooked here. We're printing new highs. We haven't made a new high yet on the oscillator. This could be some more bearish divergence printing for us. Okay, so that could obviously be step number 1. Look out for 2.21, that is a rejection zone. Then I've got another monster for you at 2.28 to 2.3. That is another short zone or another rejection zone there on XRP. Okay, these are your typical reaction zones here. Obviously, don't be a hero. You don't have to be a hero, but you can see these are the rejection zones, 2.2 and 2.28 into 2.3. Okay, guys, that is a wrap from us. So remember, all these charts you're going to find in the 𝗏𝗃𝗃's Discord. And if you want to trade gold and the NASDAQ and you like scalping and you like live trading sessions, come and join Jay in the 𝗏𝗃𝗃's Discord. He does this stuff how many days a week, right?
Monday and Wednesday, we are live trading. And then we do the Asia session on Monday morning. So US Sunday night. And then also on a Friday session with DJ and Dave every other week. Yeah. So, I mean, we're pretty active. Yeah.
And it's about an hour of your time. If you have an hour, you can sit there, you can live trade. You're gonna get the setup with him. He's gonna tell you what's going on, and knock yourselves out. Okay, he's there in the session. Okay, James, thank you, sir. Red shirt will come true. Don't worry, it is coming. Just hang in. Anything you'd like to say, sir?
Good luck, everyone.